Hello, I just wanted to do a short video on how I store my die cuts and my stickers because people were asking me how I did that. So I store my stickers in binders like this, and I just use the top of the packaging and I cut it, and then I put double-sided tape and punch holes, and I have it like that so I can flip through. I used to store them in sheet protectors. Let me see if I can find one. With just notebook paper or something, and then I would tape them to the inside like that, but then you got to pull the whole sheet out, and there's other sheets on there, so the ones that were like that, I just left like that instead of changing them all. But all my new ones, I put in this way. Or I'll tape the back of the packaging to a piece of white lightweight cardstock like this, and then I'll just tape the package on there so I can just pull the stickers out of the package. So that's how I store my stickers, and it works really well. This one I need to make another binder because it's starting to get really full like this. You can see they're not damaged yet, but they will be soon because, as you can see, it's very full. So yeah, I need to split that up into two. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a smaller binder, like the 2-inch small binders, and put the smaller stickers like this in those, and then the bigger stickers are going to be in these. I also use like these 3-piece pockets to store them. I tried that too, but I didn't like it that way because they kept falling out. So this is the best way that I found. So I just use the packaging and put some in. And I'll put some in on video here because I have some I need to get to the way. These are ones that I found at Tuesday morning. So usually what I do is let me grab my scissors here. I thought I had them. I cut the top of the packaging off, making care not to cut the stickers or anything. And then if the packaging isn't enough to use to punch holes in to use as a storage piece, then I have other ones from other packaging that I use, because like this isn't going to be big enough. So, but I still like to cut it open so that I can slide the stickers in and out. Okay, so I have some extra pieces of other tops of stickers that I have, and then so this one right here, I would just cut this in half because it's a smaller sticker. Pull the plastic off because we don't need the plastic, and then I would punch holes in it. Actually, I'm going to cut this one twice because it's not long enough. Like this, and then I put it there and then there. So let me grab my hole punch. I had all this on my table, and then I had to move it for my daughter's school project I had to help her with. So here's my little trusty hole punch from Dollar Tree. So you just punch a hole, you know, and then you just stick it on there. And then I'm going to punch a hole in this one. And this binder is way too full, so that's why it looks like this. But, I mean, I have a lot of... This is just one of my animal sticker binders, but I have a ridiculous amount of stickers. So, okay, so yeah, you just put them on there like that. And then close it. And then you take your double-sided tape. And usually I use a tape runner, but I'm out. I'm completely out of tape runners. I gotta get to the store soon. So, and you just do that, okay? And then so you would use a tape runner. And I've never had any problems with any of them falling off or anything. Just using a regular tape runner. And then you just stick it on like so. And then when you want to use them, you just pull them in and out. And I'm going to keep this backing on here so I can see them better against the white backing. And they stay in there. And then I could put another sheet on the other side like this without having to use. And that's how you get the extra tops of packaging. And then I would just put double-sided tape here again. And like that. I'm trying to do this kind of fast to not make it too boring. But yeah, everybody asked me how I stored my stickers because I haul a lot of stickers and I send a lot of stickers in swaps. So people in my groups were asking me how I stored stickers, or they would ask a general question, how do you store stickers, to the group, and I thought I would make this video for that. So, and then you just stick it on there like that. And then it's like a flip through, you know what I mean? And then you can just pull your stickers out to use them. It's really awesome. So yeah, so that's that. And then I store them in bins like this. They're the big Dollar Tree bins, and I just store the binders upright in here with the top up so that when I have longer stickers, they don't get crushed at the bottom. So like this one, you can see how there's some out the top. So if you just put it in the basket sitting up, it's perfect. And then I have them at the on the bottom shelf of my workbench. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how I store my my die cuts, and I just started using this method, so I don't have all my die cuts and ephemera pieces in here because I need another case like this. So now this I have in here still in the packaging like this because obviously this Bull Bunny set won't fit inside of these. So I'm going to get another thing to store longer ephemera die cut pieces. So I just store them in these little containers, and they have different categories. So this is like little baby pieces from like the 90s that I have that I want to use in some of my kids' scrapbook pictures. And I'm going to eventually label all these, and then this is just the little llama sets I got from Hobby Lobby. And this one is, I think this one is like little tabs from Tuesday Morning from a set, yeah. And then we have some Easter die cuts, and this is some little chicken soup ones, and then there's a couple scallop circles in there. And then here's some tags in this one. And then here's the word love. So it works pretty good. And here's the Bull Bunny pieces that would fit in here. So it works good for storing ephemera and die cuts. There's some flowers. And then I even have some paper flowers stored in here. So yeah, I mean, it works great. I love it. Whenever I want to get a die cut, I don't have to sift through a bunch of things. I know where they are. And like I said, I'm eventually going to label these. Here's some butterflies. And get more containers like this. But I wait for a super sale because these are kind of expensive. But yeah, I'm going to get something to store my bigger die cuts. If anybody knows something that I could use for that, let me know. I like to have my stuff extremely organized, but I also like to be able to see it because I'm a visual person. Like, I like to look at my stuff and then craft. You know what I mean? Like, so, okay, now I'll show you how I organized my my punches. So I would know what sizes I have of something, and if something would fit in a certain project. So I'll show you what I mean here. So this is, and I got these little things from the Goodwill. They came in a pack of 25, and I think I bought both of them. They were like they were $1, and it was half off booth tickets. So they were 50 cents. And it's just 35 millimeter things to put that in, the 35 millimeter things. And I thought that would be perfect to put my little pieces in to have like a little organization book for them. So here's my little tiny ones that, you know, the really small ones that you use for like confetti or whatever. There's those. And then I have my corner punches right here, and I just cut like the whole corner so that you would be able to get a visual of how it looks. Because even if you have your punches organized to where you can see them all, it looks different when it's cut out on paper. You know what I mean? So I can't tell you how much time I wasted cutting something out to see if it would fit or whatever. So here's an example right here. Like this big oval, I have it written the size, and then I can just pull it out to see if it's going to fit into my project instead of pulling out the ruler or actually seeing how that shape is going to look. So all the bigger ones are not glued on, and that's why I wanted this with the little squares. So, and I can just pull them out of there. So it's really cool. So these are all my punches, and that one just got smushed because I'm doing this upside down. And this is one of my flower. So some of them I doubled up, which I really don't have to do because I have enough sheets. So I probably will actually put them each in separate ones. Like the flower ones, I don't think well, yeah, I guess you would need to see the size to see if it fits on a project, to see how it looks on a stem or whatever, you know. Here's my little tag punches, and I can just pull those out to see what size they are. Yeah, I'm definitely only going to do one per box, even if it's really small. Because it's just too hard pulling out two like that, you know. And then if you want to get to that one, you got to pull this one out too. And if you have to do all that, you're probably not going to use it, you know. Like here's my edge punches, and then there's my other edge punches. Now this one was too big, and then I used regular pocket card sleeves for the bigger ones. This one was too big to fit, so I just folded it in half, you know, because then I can see how it fits for a project. That's my Fox Builder punch from Stampin' Up. One of my favorite punches. So then you just put it back in, and then this is from my 3-in-1 tag thing, so I can see the sizes of the tag. So like if I want to do a Gorgeous Girl tag, you know, it wouldn't fit on here obviously, but I'm just making an example. I could see if I could actually pull this out and see, you know, if a certain stamp would fit on here. So I love it. Like, it's really nice, and I just finished it yesterday. So here's some more of my edges, my little Martha Stewart doily punch. And then that's another doily punch. And then this is just some die cuts that somebody sent me I'm storing in here, because that's how I used to store them. These are just stamp sets from magazines that I just put in here because these don't fit into my regular stamp system because they're too tall. They don't fit in the pockets, and so I figured I would just put these in here for now. So yeah, I'm gonna keep these in this binder and put these in something else. But I'm gonna eventually get swatches of all my inks and my stickles and everything, because it's so much easier to do a project when you have everything, you know, out. I also want to stamp every single one of my stamps and have a stamp index. And I want to have a die index too with all my dies, because these are just my punches. So yeah, that's that. And here's one that fell out, because when you have more than one in a pocket, that's what happens. So yeah, I'm going to move those all into their own pocket because I have so much room here. I mean, I still have this whole page here. So anyway, I just wanted to show that all to you and show you all how I store my stuff. Oh yeah, I'll just show you how I store my stamps real quick since we're right there. So this is my smaller stamp sets. This is just a fridge bin I got from Dollar Tree. And then these are pockets I got from Amazon. They're like little CD storage pockets, and they were really cheap. So, and then I just label them, and then I can just flip through to see what stamp I want to use. And I tried doing magnets on the back to keep them closed. You don't really have to do that because you can just tuck the pocket in. So I don't know why. I like organizing, and I got really into it. So yeah, and then I used washi tape to do the categories so they'd be easier while I'm flipping through. So I know if I want to find shapes, I look for that. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So yeah, so I got those all like that. Those are my small ones. And then my medium size stamps I have in this basket, also from the Dollar Tree. And this one's kind of flimsy, but I mean, it's all right. It's just stamps, you know. So then I have my bigger stamp sets in here. And at first I was cutting them down off the original sheet to fit, because this was the biggest pocket that I had. And I don't recommend doing that. I would just leave them as they are and get the biggest sheets, biggest pockets from this company. It is, these are the extra large ones, but I'm sure that there's even bigger ones. I'm trying to find one so I can show you a size here, because like those are my graphic 45 stamps, and I didn't really want to cut them down, you know, from the way they looked in the original packaging. So these are the extra large pockets. So, and I should have just waited till I got those and done that, but because all stamp sets aren't going to fit in these medium ones. So you need the small, the medium, and they call those extra large, but I need something even bigger than the extra large for the magazine stamp sets. But yeah, so, and then, so that's the medium. And then I got them like this. And then for my die and stamp sets together, I have them in here. I got this little basket from Target. I think it was like $3, but it's really durable. So I put the stamps in the front and the dies in the back. And I use these work ticket pockets that I got on Amazon, and they were pretty cheap. I mean, I could have probably just used these, but these are, because these aren't flimsy at all. They work really well, you know. I don't remember why I ordered these, but since I did and spent money on them, I figured I would just use these now for the stamp and die sets, because I don't have as many of them as I have separate dies and separate stamps. And then, you, yeah, like I said, you just put the dies in the back, and it works really good. And I just bought some magnets off of Amazon that were already sticky on the back and used that. And I used to use Dollar Tree calendar, the magnetic calendar sheets like this for $1 and cut those down. Because this magnet is really strong. But I couldn't find them like I wanted to. And I think it was, might have been the same price or a little cheaper to use those like that. But I know there was some kind of locker wallpaper from Dollar Tree, and I never found that. The locker magnetic wallpaper that everybody uses to organize theirs, I never found that. So, yeah, so that's how I store my stamp and die sets. And then my dies are stored like the same way my stamps are. My small dies are stored in these, the little pockets. You know, like I have 2 sets in this one, because it's all hearts. 1 set in that one. 1 set, you know. But then on some of them, I doubled or tripled up on sets, ones that didn't have a lot or whatever. And those I store in these baskets from Walmart. They're like 97 cents or something like that. So, those are all stamps. These are the dies. That's a die and stamp set, and I ran out of shop ticket holders. I got to order more for that. But like, this is 2 different scallop ovals. There's the wonky frames from Tuesday morning. And these are the extra large pockets. There's 2 different sets of circles. One is stitched and one is the dotted. This is like houses and house pieces, like a bench, a door, a fence, you know. And this is like different hearts, my little layering hearts, my scalloped hearts, and then that heart set. This is all my doilies. So some stuff, and then this is like a card set. I love this. I got this from Tuesday morning. It's card with banners, 3D drop-ins. Stephanie Bernard, I love it. And then, yeah, so some stuff I do store on the bigger die sheets. And the magnet is kind of flimsy, so I'm going to eventually get this onto thicker cardstock. But, yeah. And it doesn't matter to me if they're on, like, the big ones or the small ones. Some people like all their things uniform, but I like them better separated, so I'm not going to waste a big pocket and put, you know, say a little set like this on a big pocket. You know what I mean? And I don't like to waste a magnet either, so some of them I cut down, and then some of them I just have a whole sheet. But I don't want to waste a whole big pocket on just this little bit, just because I want them uniform. You know what I mean? So, I mean, once I get more, I could probably mix them all onto big sheets. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like them being separated into sets. if that makes sense. Because when you have them like this, you have to pull the whole sheet out and deal with all those different dies. So it's kind of nice I'm only being on little sheets, but like that's like all hearts, you know what I mean? So, but stuff like this with little pieces, you might want to keep in smaller sets. So that's all for today. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And like I said, if anybody has any organizing ideas about storing bigger die cuts and ephemera, please let me know. And I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.